What's up, everybody? It's your boy Buffy and God, and today we back at it again with CSP. We're gonna be reacting to some Fresh&Fit video that we've been hearing a lot about recently, and I heard some crazy shit go down up in this joint. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started.
You were looking for a guy long term, right? Seriously? Like, what if he finds that image of you with your subscribers like the movies?
Look like sugar daddies.
He's gonna accept you.
Like,
Listen to that.
he's gonna what? No, like, don't listen. Like, what is your plan? Like, because you're saying you want a guy, which is fair. But like, what if he comes across that video? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say?
Well, I'm sure people have found out stuff about you as well.
She deflecting.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I'm very transparent. I'm an open womanizer. I hit on girls all the time. It is what it is. Like, I'm very open about that. And I tell guys all the time, like, you're going to strike out 90% of the time because that's just the game as a guy.
And
dudes. What, sorry? What?
And I'm a very pretty woman who likes attention, and I like talking to men. So he's going to accept me for what I did at a young age. And
yeah,
it's past. Past is past.
It's not the guy you want though. It's some old ass guy who do your pictures.
It's kind of like
past is past. Like, when you're in a relationship, like,
She like old guys.
you want like the.
yeah, this is what you talk.
When he started,
When you get a girl, you always are like, oh, like, my body count doesn't matter, that's the past. Or if, like, a girl will press you about, like, a previous relationship a lot, they'll be like, oh, why did you used to follow this girl? Or, like, why did you used to like this girl? You'll be like, that's in the past, leave it in the past. And I'll be like, oh, this was, like, in the past.
Like, you do understand as a man, like, we have, like, different standards than you guys have, right?
What are your standards?
Yeah,
so a man that can attract a lot of women is desired, or a guy that like deals with women. But a woman that deals with a lot of guys is not as desired.
Would you consider yourself a desirable man?
That's not for me to decide. That's up to the woman. Every girl has a different taste.
You definitely are.
And I
appreciate that.
I already stated that, like, I want to turn away from the OF side. Like, I'm 19. So
no, but what I'm saying is like,
so you remind me of the last girl on the panel.
Because you literally said like you want a guy. You said you wanted something serious, and I was just like, and he pulled up your IG, and I was like, holy shit! Like that video with the old niggas behind you, and you're like dancing in the onesie or something like that. Like I think a lot of guys would be like, what the hell, and like have second thoughts, even though they might like you. You ever think about that? Like they'll find out like, yo, this girl's the one, and then they see that video, and they're gonna be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
yeah, but I see like a lot of turnoffs in other men as well. Even just like
But as a woman, you're a woman. Screw guys. What do you think about
Thank you. Stop deflecting.
You're gonna be just fine.
that's what I'm
You're
saying.
only 19.
I get fucking ass in the internet for good.
There's tons
You get a prize.
You know what's crazy? What just transpired right now is like perfectly shows like
You can't make this shit up. Cause we talk about it all the time.
yeah, but no, they just saw it happen. Like literally, we ask a real question. What are you gonna? And then the girl's just like, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Enablers.
No, but you can like look back at like the 2000s, like all of like the Playboys, like Paris Hilton, all of them, like they monetized off of being hot at a young age.
Sure.
They turned it into businesses later, and they have husbands, they had kids, they have a good social media presence. You don't have to take it too far if you're smart about it. You can still have a good mindset. You don't have to be like
You
no
need to find a
offense.
cook. You need to find a cook.
You and this, I gotta
No
like
offense.
No.
Doing
No,
porn.
I'm not wrong.
She's actually honest.
Or are you gonna be in a lavender
You need a man that's
relationship?
gonna just adore you and love you so much that he doesn't care what you do because he feels so lucky to have you. And they're out there.
Or a lavender, a guy that's gonna marry you
Oh, of
and
course,
take care of
I
you.
love beer. Like, you can't even both love
Yeah,
that.
there's a couple of them out here. Those are your options.
No, I mean honestly, that's very. You're gonna have
You need to go for like someone that you're an alpha. You're an alpha. You know what I mean? Like you need to go for someone that's just gonna adore you, love you, and you're.
I'm one of those other niggas that was in your video, girl. They'll do it for you. I had like a couple chicken eyes.
Also, I think it's important because you mentioned like the 2000s. These girls, like us girls, have mental problems now.
Yeah. Or they went to
Britney
weird.
Spears?
Have you seen Britney Spears?
But what about Paris
You notice
Hilton
how I
talking
didn't
about
name
their
her?
Kim? Don't do Brit
What was
like
that?
that.
I said, notice how I didn't name her.
I know, but that's like a perfect example of like that. And then let's use Kim Kardashian, probably the poster girl for this. She still has nightmares to this day about it.
But notice how my previous statement, how if you get a bunch of work done, you have like mental illness. But like Paris Hilton, she's like,
What?
But she was talking about because Kim Kardashian has surgeries.
she's
No,
like,
it's Kim
yeah, she
Kardashian.
is like the
It's
symbol
like,
of all of
what?
it. And like,
She's the most successful by far. She's a billionaire.
Yep.
And she's suffering for it now. Her kids ask her questions about her past all the time.
And then they put it on Roblox.
You are not Kim, by the way. You're not Kim.
no, I didn't say I was.
I know.
Well,
I don't want to be.
well, if you are like, if you are someone who does this kind of job, then you know how you got there, and you know how to make sure your kids don't get there.
She was Paris's
Assistant.
assistant. Like I think Paris is more respectable than Kim for
Of
sure.
course. But
So
still,
I don't want to be Kim K. If I want to be anything, I just want to be Paris.
but, okay, hold on.
Yeah, Paris is going through it too, though.
But you know,
That's
funny,
fine.
Kim actually would be more closer to OnlyFans than Paris would be.
Oh, I'm fine.
I saw an Instagram reel like back in Christmas of her in a tiny little dress going like this, and you literally saw her, and she has two
But that's
babies.
On a reel?
Oh yeah, I can pull up and I
But
can
that's
even
what
post
you
that.
sign up for
for free
once
on
you
my
open
page.
those doors. Once you open those doors, that's it. That's what you. So you're either gonna get someone who's gonna be on your level, and
Listen,
they're gonna be
listen.
fucking with you.
She
And
forgot.
And she has a
But
she has a husband and she has two kids, and she's still
This is a
posting.
psychology experiment.
yeah,
She's still posting provocatively
Listen,
on her Instagram.
You gotta own it and rock with it.
those two women that you mentioned, you're not them. So good luck. Green?
I just had one question. Do you guys like all plan on having kids?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Would you let your kids pursue like the same job?
I would hope that I would guide them in a way that they don't
Exactly.
like me, and I could
Oh shit.
just
Shit.
because I know that they don't have to, and if they do, I will love them because I would hope that I would wish that Ryan loved me like I would love them.
Okay, got you. Anyways, I was just genuinely curious. That's all. Yeah, I had super fun. I had fun on the podcast. I'm going back to Toronto, literally 11 a.m. tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks for having me here,
Oh,
and
shit.
I look forward to coming back to Miami at some point. I love it here.
Choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that we had a Canadian here because I've been saying forever that Toronto's
foolish. Like her claims and stuff wasn't really making that much sense. Like,
Well, my question to you was going to be, so basically their primary argument before, they started talking about nonsense. I don't know what the fuck she was going on about. She was like bringing up everybody else's life but her own. I don't know why people do stuff like that, bring up everybody else's life but their own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people bring up how someone else made it out of a trauma space and think that they're going to also make it out that same trauma space, and that's not always true. There's plenty of retired porn stars, retired OnlyFans models, and people that did that sort of work that are out on the street right now, high off crack and homeless. So when you go, well, Kim Kardashian did that sort of work and she made it out, it's like, you're not Kim Kardashian. Like, Kim Kardashian is a whole different creature compared to you. Y'all ain't even in the same sea. She's a megalodon and you're a goldfish. Like, what are you talking about right now?
not even just that. Like, her marketing scheme was way different than that girl is, and she has all this money and she still wasn't happy. Like, after her and Kanye got divorced and then she got all this child support, like, she still wasn't happy.
Yeah, but her argument was, even though if I'm not happy, look at Kim Kardashian, she's successful and not happy, and she has her happy moments. Which nobody really knows if Kim Kardashian is happy or not happy. I mean, people extrapolate based off of what they see on the internet, based off of the fact she might have a therapist. I don't know. I don't keep up with celebrities' lives. But my basic point is she shouldn't just be bringing up other people's life, because for every Kim, there's 1,000 homeless crackheads that did that same line of work. So it's like, what are you saying?
Not even just that. Like, back in during those times, like, getting exposed was something that most celebrities, like, they didn't want to, like, experience their body being shown on the internet or on any platform. That's why it blew up so big. That was like, what, I think the early, like, that was like the late 2010s or the early 2010s and shit, or early 2000s, where that kind of stuff was happening.
No. Well, my question
Ray
was...
Ray J was like, she went viral because she had sex with Ray J, and he had like a whole song, I hit it first, and then her coming up with like her exposure towards everything just kept her in the algorithm, and she was able, a lot of people wanted to interview her and stuff, and then her dad he transitioned to being a female, then he won most beautiful female. I don't know. He won the most beautiful female alive, even though he was a man.
Yo. Nah, but my question was, so do you think, because their primary argument was whether or not a man and a female can come back from their promiscuous past at the same level. So my question to you is, do you think that a man and a woman can come back from their promiscuous past at the same level? Like, can you turn a hoe into a housewife, and can you turn a fuckboy into a husband? And if not, why do you think which one can and which one can't?
I don't believe you can turn anybody to anything. Like, a person still have to want to do any of them things.
Well, let's say they had that promiscuous past, and they're telling you in this situation they want to do that thing. Do you think that woman, you could make that woman into a housewife?
I could try, but like I think like housewife, like activity, or like the things that you require from that female to become that housewife. Some of that stuff has to be in her. Like, I think you could try to teach it, but if her whole life is just based off sex and pleasing men in the physical way, she might highly struggle with it since she's used to like instant gratification with like male attention and pleasure of a man. So she might struggle with it. I think the most difficult part would just be her being with one man, especially if she had like multiple men and all these different experiences and stuff, because females and men are different when it comes to like dating and settling down. Like females are normally like in the early stages when they're at their peak, they're looking for the best of the best. So if she's already had close to a 10, it's very rare that she's gonna try to jump all the way down to a 2 or 3, whether it's his dick size, his money, his height, anything that like females are like mainly attracted to. So I think that's like what they struggle with the most. The girl will have to just be fully willing to like want to become a housewife, and the man has to do a lot of accepting, especially if like on what level she was promiscuous, like, and showing her body. Like if she's like an OnlyFans chick, guys in the beginning say they want to like, they can handle it, but like knowing how big she was, people coming up to you on a consistent basis saying, yo, I seen your girl's pussy or ass or titty, like that kind of stuff is like embarrassing no matter like how strong you are. Then you start being mad at her about her past and stuff. And I'll say for a man, it depends on what level he is, because I know a lot of male porn stars, off interviews that I've watched, they all struggle with dating. Most times they're like on drugs just as much as a female. It's just a little bit more easier since getting sex for a man is not as easy as it is for a female. So I'll say a man is more closer to becoming that husband, but he might still show some cheating ways and stuff.
I'll say I disagree. Like, I don't think a promiscuous woman could ever find a happy relationship. They're always going to be trite with all sorts of problems and issues that are going to inevitably lead to the relationship's end. I mean, we see it time again, guys. They try to get into relationships and something always goes wrong. Even the ones that we root for the most, they even go wrong. Like big relationships like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, even that had cheating and shit in it, in a time where they broke up with each other and eventually just got back together because she couldn't find another Jay-Z. You know, there's only one Jay-Z. I'll say for the men, I do agree with the man part. Like, for the men, I do think it's easier for men to come back from that space, because for men, like Zogai said, having sex is like taking a piss. So we don't have as much emotional attachment towards sex as women do, but I do believe in the pair bonding paradox for a woman, that after every man a woman sleeps with, she loses a piece of herself, like a piece of her soul. And once you hit those big numbers, 50, 60, 100, 500, 600, and especially in this sort of industry we're talking about, which is the sex industry, so you probably ain't looking at anything below 100. When we're talking these type of people, we're talking people that had sex with hundreds of people, 200 people, 300 people, 400 people, 500 people in a very, very, very short time period. Like, these women will that get on the podcast, like that young lady that was on the podcast right there. They be in their 20s, 21, 22, 23, 24, 19, things like that. They be really, really young, between the ages of 18 and 25, and they accumulate this high number of body counts and expected to have no emotional trauma or emotional effect on their mind state, which is it's unrealistic, guys. It's very unrealistic to think that way, that you can just commit all these atrocities, and yes, they are atrocities, and just have no sort of negative reaction towards doing the actions that you did. And that's why I believe that women really can't come back from a spot that she's in and have a loving family and stuff like that. Like I believe what the other two ladies said, that most likely it's going to have to be a cuck or whatever the other line she said. I don't even want to know what the fuck the other line means, because it was weirding me the fuck out.
Wait, what you say?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember. But like, it has to be a cuck or something. It has to be a guy that's so obsessed with you that they could even take watching you get fucked by another man.
They don't think they get anything better than you.
Because you're just, once you hit that sort of spot that she hits, you're just so lost as an individual that it's just an area you can't come back from. You can't come back from it. And it has a lot to do with the emotions that females put onto sex. Whether you think society made it that way, or you think genetics made it that way. Me, I believe it was genetics. It was a survival mechanism made from y'all's ancestors, because back in the day, y'all had to make the man, y'all had to convince the man to stay with y'all long term, at least until the baby came, so that y'all didn't die in the wilderness. But it could also be a society-built thing that, you know, makes y'all lose a piece of yourself every time y'all have sex with a different individual. And then there's also the process of y'all are actually being dominated throughout the process of sex. There's something inserting inside of you, and that's a very special kind of feeling that only the female gender experiences.
I wouldn't even just say only just that. You also got to think that they're looking at like instant gratification. Like, if once females know that like how much a man and other people might value their body and how much money they can receive off it. In the beginning, like a lot of like ex-porn stars or like OnlyFans chicks, they always like mention like in the beginning they mainly was just doing it for the money. They always have like this secret plan. They want to make this amount of money, and then once they make that, they're gonna quit and all this other kind of stuff. And then when you start having family, and then they're like going about their life in their everyday life, whether it's going out with their mom, their dad, or have these big family, and then like if they see a subscriber or somebody that watched their video, it's like they always mention like how embarrassing it is. Like, you got like big stars like Mia Khalifa. She thought that she could take down all these videos of her up on porn, even though I think she only did like about 20 or 30 videos. Just the way they clip these videos up, you think she did like hundreds and thousands, but I think she only fucked about probably like 20 or 10 guys at best. Her whole country, I think, they hated her. They hated her for it because the way she was represented, it, that she couldn't go back to her country. Like, her family was ashamed of her. And you have like other like big stars that like their family didn't want to be caught in public with them because of all the negative feedback they was getting just being associated with this person. Like, in the beginning, like, you're not thinking of like the way your videos and other people can be affected, your family, and even your kids. Like Kim Kardashian's, I think her son or her daughter, they were getting bullied on Roblox. It was like showing a clip of her getting fucked by Ray J. Like, there's like suicide. There's like kids that like go through like suicide just based off the actions their parents done. A lot of parents like try to just push that to the side because they're only looking at the money and stuff like that. But it's the stuff that comes with receiving this large amount of money. Like, you can't outrun it. That's why most times guys, they try to date strippers or OnlyFans, there's so much stuff they have to accept, because like in the beginning, like, okay, like, I'm dealing with a girl that have all this experience, and then you realize she has to go to work, get cum on her face, get trains ran on, like, just get disrespected in the craziest way. Then like, no matter what you try to say to this bitch, she still has to go to work because she's already used to making this kind of money. So you can't change her from making this money. So for a girl to go from making $50K in a week to now she has to stop doing that because the feelings you have for her. That's why it's so hard for a man to accept it. Like those females were saying, you gotta be like a cuckolder or like a cuck or just an old man, or just you just hold this female's value so high that you can accept all her past. That's why I don't even understand it, because anytime you talk about a lot of girls that brag about being a whore, a hoe, all this kind of stuff, they use those same words to bring other females down. So like those words are maybe uplifting. Like as much as female celebrities and all these people try to uplift the word hoe, whore, slut, they try to put little nice words on it. Nobody really wants to be called that in no way. And then like this power movement of women wanting to like be empowered by showing their body, like it doesn't make any kind of sense at all, because trying to act like a man, you're not a man, like you're still failing, because even all these men that you have to have sex for, you're getting something out of it, whether he has some kind of attraction level, he meets some kind of requirement. So like there's no real female that's having sex just to have sex or fucking these random guys. There has to be some kind of motive behind it. And I don't know. There's some guys that tried to like make it happen, but like those guys be like miserable, because it's so much, whether you believe like the spiritual stuff behind like soul ties and shit. Or like while you having sex with this girl, she traded all these niggas' energy that she been fucking onto you. You fucking getting random depression, all this stuff now in your head because you just took on all the spirits inside this bitch. That's why they just all go crazy, have all these mental issues, because I mean that many men should be going through one female. Just the way society is now, that like females want to be men so bad, like, oh, I can fuck this guy, fuck this, like none of that stuff, like you gain nothing from it. You don't get no badge of honor, like no man starts wanting you more because you had sex with all these men. Once the sex is over, no guy wants to like take no female like that serious. Like I think females should just stay in their place when it comes to like being a female. Like why would you want to be a female that thinks like a man?
And even when you see like relationships that seem like they work out, like Adam 22's relationship, for instance, you can always like he said, there's always spots where there's depression or some sort of disgust or unhappiness, and like they try to hide it, but you can see it on their face. Like I remember a while back, I watched an interview where I think it was a Fresh and Fit joint too, where like the guy, or maybe they was reacting to the video, where the guy asked Adam's 22's girl if Adam 22's dick was the best dick she ever had, and it was like around that time where she fucked that one black dude that came inside her without permission. And instead of just lying and saying her man's dick's the best dick she ever had, I mean, duh, she's a porn star, he's a porn star. Obviously, his dick ain't the best dick she ever had. Instead of just lying about it and saying his dick was the best she ever had, she gonna sit there and say, it not only was it not the best dick she ever had, but that the one nigga out of all the niggas he let her fuck, the one nigga he beefing with, his dick's the best she ever had. Shit like that, me personally as a man, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it.
It's not even just that. Just giving your woman up, like have sex with a porn star that you know that you can't outperform as, like they're just betting you overall sexual wise. It's just a bad look at as a whole. Like that whole like I watched the interview when he had the guy. I think his name was like Jason something. He had the guy on, and like he said, Adam started like want to have this like animosity towards him or beef, because in the contract or the agreement was they're gonna have sex, but he can't cream pie her and stuff. It's like bro, like why is this even a rule? Like why are you putting your female through it? And then I seen him. I think when Sneeko like interviewed him about it, like trying to ask him like, "What you gonna say when your kids ask you all these questions?" Adam tried to say, "Oh, I'm gonna say that mommy's a photographer, or she takes pictures. Mommy takes pictures and videos." Yeah, I don't know. Like as much as they always try to soften the blow, like kids aren't gonna grow up just assuming or like knowing this kind of stuff. Like if your main source of income is sexual activity, whether it's the mom and the dad, it's different when it's just like you guys are sharing stuff. Like they're like kind of like swingers and stuff. But this was the first scene that she done by herself, and Adam wasn't a part of it. He tried to like make it seem like he was the cameraman and he was there the whole time. Like that didn't make it better. That just made it worse. I mean, you just had front row tickets to watch your girl get destroyed by this black guy. But I don't know. Like I think the only way I see a hoe becoming a housewife is if she really put on this facade and just dominated. Like she has to meet a man that really don't know about her past, or he accepted like those girls were saying, but times is way different than it used to be. Like back then, probably like in the 90s, you probably could have been a whore in your neighborhood and went to a different state and nobody knows you. But if you're a porn star, you're an OnlyFans chick, like, at least somebody over there was bound to see you. Especially if you was making a lot of money, somebody had to see you. Somebody probably clipped it, put it on Twitter, Reddit. Like, it's like some way you had to be seen. You have to, like, go somewhere where, like, the person doesn't care or secretly get with this guy that he find out about your history later on, but he feel like he's locked in and he can't leave.
And even that's rare these days because these guys are up and leaving y'all shorties. And I agree with it. I would not stay. If, like, you lied to me and one day someone walks up to me and was like, walks up to us while we're walking and was like, oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. Why'd you stop making content? Oh my God, did you get settled? Bro, I might crash out on everybody in that moment.
It's not even just that. Like, females try to make their past, not like, the thing is, like, females want you to forget their past, but they're focused on your future. So it's like, bro, if you want me to forget your past, you shouldn't be worried about my future. The past is really important for a female because that can determine how you're gonna see her. That's why I believe, like, I believe, like, a female, like, the way you perceive your girl, the way you look at your girl is very important. And there's little small details that sometimes girls can forget that they shouldn't express. Like, people confuse what honesty and being transparent. Being honest just means just you telling the truth about something. Being transparent, it just means you're letting people know that stuff that you believe they should know and stuff you don't think they should. And other stuff that, like, they don't really need to know, but you're letting them know something just in case this ever, like, comes up. Like, I've been in situations where, like, I stopped talking to a girl because, like, we was talking about sexual stuff because, like, I never asked a girl the craziest thing she ever done, the wildest. Because I don't even want to know because it's going to make me stop. It's going to make me look at her way different. That's going to determine whether I'm going to fuck with her long term or fuck with her short term or just keep fucking her and never take her serious. Because I remember one time this girl told me that, like, her ex-boyfriend and, like, one of his friends ran a train on her. And I'm just like, I just froze. I'm just on the phone with her. It's like, I just hung the phone up because it's like, what was I supposed to say to that? Like, knowing you had a train ran on you, and they trying to they want you to feel some kind of sympathy, like they was forced to do it, or they had no other way, or their favorite one, they was young and dumb. Like, you was not young and dumb. You wanted to do it. You wanted to do it, and then it's never like a one case thing. It's always like you had 1 or 2, 3. It's like all these trays ran on you. It's just like, how am I supposed to look at you? I'm supposed to give you respect, and this is what you did with your body? Then they try to, like, make certain jokes. Oh, like, if you say a joke, like, what would your father think? They mention how they don't got a father, and then it just starts making sense. And then the girls with fathers, they just disrespecting their father by just being a hoe. And what makes it worse is, if your mom don't act this way, then you start acting this way, you're just different and just rebellious. And I think, I don't know, I just think it just doesn't make sense, but it's just, like, we don't have shame in this world no more. Like, you got pictures like Amber Rose and all these other females trying to, like it went from slut shaming to, like, uplifting sluts and whores and hoes. Like, most times guys just want to fuck them. Like, there's some older guys that believe, like, oh, if you really want a good marriage, you gotta have a whore or have a hoe. Like, that's not true. If your girl's willing to fuck people and y'all in just a regular relationship, what would change? Why would you think a ring and a certificate, a marriage certificate, is gonna change who this female is? Especially if she was doing a consistent basis. Only time females, like, really hit that wall, really want to change is like 35 plus. But even then, the men they want to settle down with, that they truly want, never wants them. So they have to go below their means. Being with men that they won't really respect because deep down in their heart, they know they don't deserve this kind of man, that kind of man. So they settle with guys that they believe in. And even then, they'll fake like they're happy and still walk all over that man because they know no man is proud to say, oh, yo, this is my girl. Like, if a man can't introduce you to his mom, or he's introducing you to, like, his family, if he can't show your Instagram to his mom without scrolling past, like, oh, wait, Nah, not this picture. It's just like, that's embarrassing. Like, what you gonna show? Like, you gonna show your mom a picture of your girl on social media half naked? Like, what would your kids think of this stuff? But then again, people don't be thinking about their kids thinking. But then you'll probably have people in the fucking comment section talking about men. Oh, men have this, men have that. Like, it's not really that frowned upon because it's more like people praise men being able to get more females because like how easy it is. That's why you could most times you could just compare females to like cars and shit. Most people will rather a new car than an old used one because you know it's broke down. There's so many problems that comes with it. And you can just think of females the same way. If the girl's a hoe, there's no right reason that she's a hoe. And I think females just need to accept it, but they want you to just forget this past. They want you to forget all these dicks they sucked, all the cum they swallowed, all the gangbangs they was a part of, all these relationships. It's just like, if you're such a good girl or such a good woman, why couldn't you settle down with one guy? And most times, they always say they went into it for dumb reasons. They're doing OnlyFans, they're trying to save her to be a doctor. They're doing this because they was a nurse, or they're going to open up some kind of fucking company or school and their stuff. But it's like, so you're going to go from making nearly $1 million within a year to settling down to be a nurse or pay for schooling? It's the same with like these fucking strippers. They say something, oh, I'm just stacking this money so I can like start paying to get into school and paying to do this. But it's like, bro, you can do the same thing with a regular job. You just want the quick money. You can't go from making $100K to going back down to struggling, making a little bit above $26K a year, maybe 40. So I don't know.
Yeah, it do be some of the dumbest jobs too. Like, I'm doing this so I can go to school to be a teacher. So you're going, like you say, you're gonna go from making $100,000 in a couple months to making $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year. It's not like you can go to there and be like, I was making this much as a stripper, you gotta pay me this much. That's not how that works.
Most jobs don't even hire you to a job. Most jobs don't even hire you, because some jobs do like your background information. Like, they found out that you're like a stripper or you want to be a part of a big corporation. Once one of the CEOs like see you a part of that, it makes the company look bad as a whole, but just based off your background. Like, you might get more people that wants to like come to these events to probably like see you, probably see if they can score or probably fuck or some shit, but overall, like, having the whole tag behind your name as a female is never a good look. It's all it just accumulates is just sex and guys that want to fuck. Most times, no matter what kind of dumb shit females try to say that they don't like a man that had all these females, like, the moment they get a man that's not that experienced, they complain about how he's not experienced. Girls want you to pretty much know everything when you're dealing with them, and guys are the opposite. I don't want to know the countless shit my bitch was able to do for all these other men. It's not special no more. But with guys, it's just different. A girl wants a man that know how to fix a car, drive a car, make this, build like he has a lot of resources. He's knowledgeable. He has skills. Most guys don't want to know all these crazy skills that these girls have, and most skills, all it really just be is toxic shit, sexual shit. And most of these females don't even know how to cook. Like, they're selling the most prized possession that's on them. But if you ask these females to buy you something like that, it's too much. Like, I think Aaron the plumber was saying some shit about bitches would give their pussy up before they buy you a burger. At first, I didn't get it, but like, it makes so much sense. Like, you go fuck a girl way faster than she buying you anything. Most men don't even get gifts. So it's like, girl, give your body up before buying your man something. It's like, what is this man getting that other men didn't receive? He's not even just getting something that's used. He's getting something that everyone fucking seen. There's nothing special about it. All I gotta do is just go on your fucking page and see how crazy your shit was.
But yeah, guys, that was today's video. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us if you agree with us or disagree with us. Obviously, you're going to agree with us because we spit nothing but facts. But yeah, y'all have a nice little night.
You're not ready to argue with anybody in the comment section.
And he's ready to argue with anybody in the comment section. So stay blessed. Peace!